Let my people go. Or what? You'll release the blood or the darkness or the big frog with small frogs in its mouth when you hit it? It shoots frogs at you. This is a good one. This is a nice Passover one. I mean, it's not necessarily historical, 4 out of 10 there, but 6 out of 10 with humor. +1 because it's The Simpsons. Didn't I tell you the Son of Man came to serve? This one's cute. Jesus and Satan. Basketball reference. Basketball playoffs going on. Easter going on. Passover going on. These are appropriate memes. 3 out of 10 with history. 5 out of 10 with humor. Didn't expect to find this here, because no one expects the Spanish Inquisition. That's a niche one. You got to know Monty Python. Yeah. 5 out of 10 with history. 2 out of 10 with humor. Everybody does expect the Spanish Inquisition, except the Jews and the Muslims who got kicked out of Spain. That's pretty bad. Johann Sebastian Bach. Johann Sebastian Front. Cute, but not really historical. 2 out of 10 with history. 5 out of 10 with humor. It kind of made me chuckle. The English Reformation. My lord, is divorce legal? I will make it legal. I had to say it in the Star Wars voices, because that's a good one. 6 out of 10 with humor. 6 out of 10 with history, because Henry VIII literally did that, no matter the cost. Western Roman Empire. Eastern Roman Empire. Totally makes sense. I like this one. 5 out of 10 with humor. 7 out of 10 with history. Definitely true. They were still kicking for almost 1,000 years longer. Modern historians. We need to consider both sides. Ancient historians. All of them were literally devils and evil incarnate. So true. That's exactly how it was. Ancient history was very biased. 8 out of 10 with history. 5 out of 10 with humor. Islamic Caliphate, Roman Empire, Greek sciences, the Babylonian and Egyptian knowledge. It's definitely true. Nothing is new in history. Things are just copied, and it always rhymes, never repeats itself. 6 out of 10 with history, 5 out of 10 with humor. When you visit church, when church visits you. I like this one. This is definitely the Crusades. 8 out of 10 with history. It was definitely to reclaim Christian lands, and 5 out of 10 with humor. It's hard to make me laugh, I know.
Mosques in Germany, 2,800. Mosques in France, 2,300. Churches in the USA, churches in Poland. This isn't really historical, so a 3 out of 10 with the history, and a 3 out of 10 with the humor. It's more cultural than anything else. Arabs in Arabia. I love the cube. Arabs as soon as they leave Arabia. All shall love the cube. Yes, dark humor. Very good stuff. 7 out of 10 with the history and 7 out of 10 with the humor. Definitely a good reference to the Kaaba with Minecraft. Work hard, plague hard. Not really much of a meme, but definitely true for the medieval people. Although they had a lot of festivals off, so 5 out of 10 with history, 5 out of 10 with humor. It's meh. Please save us from the evil Aztecs. I am going to enslave you. I just killed a redcoat and took his scalp. You're the best, homie. 5 out of 10 with the humor. Once again, dark humor, but 8 out of 10 with the history. The French treated the natives pretty well. This is so tough. Yes, but we will be remembered forever by people. Made by aliens. Most historians don't think the pyramids were made by aliens, so 3 out of 10 with history, but 6 out of 10 with humor. Conspiracy theories gone wild.
This is a funny historical meme in light of March 14th being Pi Day, 3.14. You've got 3, Thomas Jefferson, point, George Washington, 1, and 4, James Madison, the third, first, and fourth presidents in order. That's pretty clever. 4 out of 10 with humor and a 7 out of 10 with history. It's historically accurate that those were the third, first, and fourth presidents, respectively. Historians. It's evil how America allowed segregation to exist until the 1960s. South Africa. Very true. Apartheid lasted until the early 90s. Not too much longer. The Dutch discriminating against Native Africans. 7 out of 10 with history, 3 out of 10 with humor. Switzerland during both world wars. I just hope both teams have fun. I don't know if they would call it fun, but the Swiss definitely try to stay out of it. 5 out of 10 with humor, 8 out of 10 with history. Switzerland loves to stay neutral. Germans in 1914. I have $3. Germans in 1923. I have $30 billion. That's so true. The hyperinflation ruined the Weimar Republic right after World War I. I mean, like 8 out of 10 with history and 7 out of 10 with humor. It's dark humor, so I like it. World War II began on December 7th, 1941, June 22nd, 1941, September 1st, 1939, July 7th, 1937. So true, because the historical reality is, as I accept the date, it's July 7th, 1937. I love this template too. 6 out of 10 with humor, 9 out of 10 with history. Hate your hair, not likey, yikes, yikes, yikes. Very good. Henry VIII as Cusco. Great movie, great historical reference. 6 out of 10 with the history, and I like how he's pointing at Anne of Cleves, who Henry found to be repulsive. Some British dude coming back from a vacation. I like how he has an Easter Island head because the British stole a bunch of their stuff, but definitely very accurate. 8 out of 10 with history and 7 out of 10 using the Easter Island head is brilliant. Next. They changed the name and logos. Why did they change the name? Gulf of Mexico. I mean, this one's a little bit more cultural and political and a little bit controversial, but it's a good one. 6 out of 10 with humor, 3 out of 10 with history. Not much history here.
Double points for Sydney Sweeney, however. If you know, you know. Helping the 13 colonies against Britain. Definitely France in the 1770s. 6 out of 10 with history, 5 out of 10 with humor. Roses are red, violets are blue. I was beaten with clubs, beheaded, buried under the cover of darkness, disinterred by my followers, and you commemorate my martyrdom by sending each other chocolates. 3 out of 10. Way too lengthy. Doesn't rhyme, but very, very historically accurate, like an 8 out of 10 with the history regarding St. Valentine's Day and St. Valentine's himself. So, yep, at least the history is accurate.